Hey, how's it going? My name is 808 and welcome to this week's episode of MW3 Tips. Now, in this week's episode, I'm going to be focusing on how you can improve your aiming skills. This seems to be a question that I get asked a lot, and every time I post a video on this topic, it seems to get a lot of interest and a lot of people giving me comments and feedback and all that sort of stuff. So I thought I would cover this topic in a little bit more detail to explain how you can improve your aim, because I myself have absolutely shocking aim. So there's a whole bunch of things that I practice myself, which generally help my aiming. Now, with aiming, there isn't a silver bullet, there isn't a magic trick, there isn't one single thing that you can do that's going to make your aiming better. It's really a whole bunch of little things coming together that overall is going to make a really big difference. So with that in mind, let's get stuck into some actual tips. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is using your left stick to do your aiming. So basically, when you're running around the map, you use the right stick to look. Now, once you get yourself pointing in the right direction, the idea is to use the left stick to make your finer adjustments, because with your right stick, you'll find that your movements are going to be over-exaggerated, and particularly if you've suddenly been surprised by someone, you're going to do the death grip, and you're going to move that right stick a lot more wildly than you would otherwise. So using the left stick, rocking it left and right to make finer adjustments can be a very effective way of getting your aim. And you'll see in these clips me doing that quite effectively, sort of rocking left and right, essentially moving or strafing with my feet left and right. Now, one thing that you can do to help this even further is to actually lower your sensitivity to what you're playing on. So whatever setting you're playing on currently, drop it down one setting and give it a go. Now, this is contrary to what a lot of people say. A lot of people say that you have to play on a very high sensitivity. I don't agree with that. I actually play on quite a low sensitivity. I play on 2, which is crazy. So give it a go. It does help with my game an absolute ton. Now, the next thing that's going to help out your aim significantly is burst firing your weapon. Now, a lot of people talk about burst firing your weapon, but I've not really seen any examples of how to burst fire a weapon on the YouTube. If someone's made a video, please let me know, but I've not seen this yet. So I've gone ahead and I've made a couple of little demonstrations to show you the difference between burst firing and just holding down the trigger, or spamming the trigger as it's called. And you'll see that the shots that I take on the left are burst fire, definitely much more tighter pattern than the one where I've just held the trigger down. Now, I went ahead and I did this with the M60 as well, because this gun, as far as I know, has the worst recoil in the whole game. So it really exaggerates the point, showing how effective burst firing can be. So the one on the left obviously is me burst firing, and the one on the right is just me letting loose and holding down the trigger. And you can see what a massive difference that it makes. So you can see, even with a weapon like the M60, which I think I have completely naked here, like I don't have kick or a grip or anything on it, that even burst firing a weapon like the M60 is going to make a huge difference in terms of your recoil pattern. So you can see the amount of spray that the M60 makes on the right there versus the burst fire on the left. Now, to show exactly what I mean by burst firing, here is my finger on the trigger, and you can see this is the kind of pace in which I am squeezing on the trigger or tugging on the trigger to achieve the burst firing effect. So you can see that it's quite fast, and essentially what this does is it allows the gun in between bursts to go back to the center position, so that the recoil is not getting out of control and you can manage it. And you can see on that M60 video that even with a gun with crazy recoil, that this makes an absolutely huge difference. Now, other things that help you out with aim is things like crouching and going prone will definitely help you out with aiming. Other things that you can do which may help you with aiming is perks that you can equip. So things like steady aim is going to help your hip fire accuracy. Quick draw will help you aim down the sights better, and even the focus proficiency for weapons will stop view kick when you're being fired on, so that you can continue to fire at the enemy without having your shots go off target too much. So that's my quick tips on how you can get better at aiming. Once you start putting all those things together and remembering to do them, you'll find that your aim should steadily start improving, and you'll be getting better scores. But anyway, I want to thank you guys for listening. If you enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed to Game Tyrant's channel, please go ahead and click that subscribe button, and I will catch you guys later.